think it's on. All right, good morning. Happy Sunday, April 5th. Um, Hopefully you're having a great start to your day. Dane is once again going to be my lovely assistant through this deep stretch class. And thank you for Melissa's 9 a.m. class this morning. Always a pleasure to see you bright and early. And if you had a chance to visit with Dane for his meditation this morning, he did a little chanting for the first time online. It was great. So you can definitely go back and check it out if you missed it and add that to your day. All right, so if you're joining me now from home, if you have blocks or books, a blanket, strap, or a belt, these things will be helpful to you today. We're going to start in child's pose. So you're going to come on over, take the knees wide, toes together, hips towards your heels, lengthen through the spine. And thank you for joining and thank you for signing in. It definitely gives us comfort to see that you're here with us. So find that nice, long, deep stretch as we start. Hello, Bridget. Start to deepen through your inhale and your exhale. Now start to take some movement here where you allow the hips to sway from side to side. Start small, start little, and you'll get bigger and bigger as you go. Allow yourself to use your arms to kind of press into it a little bit deeper. On this is if you imagine that you're on a motorcycle, which I've never done, but I have, that you're going to kind of push into going around a corner. So really lean far, far from one side and then push against far, far to the other side. Hello, Allison. It's amazing how our down dogs naturally come into their down dog with these Sophies. No, Dane's in child's pose. Nope, stay where you are. So go a little bit deeper, that same side, way, way far out, and try to get through the sides. How does that feel? Good. Now we're going to turn this into a twist of the torso. Think of your torso as a cylinder, and you're going to roll the cylinder. Take your right hand back next to your right knee. Push into your right hand, lift yourself up, and spin the right ribs underneath the left. And really try to push through that and rotate this entire cylinder, trying to get the right side ribs all the way facing the floor so that your left side ribs are stacked one on top of the other. Now turn a little bit deeper. Try to spin that cylinder. Good. Stay there in that spin, that deep, deep twist that you have. Try to take the right temple down to the floor, so that you're lying down here, deepening, and keep spinning. Do you feel that? Yes. Okay. Then come back in through your center. We'll change it out, other side. Left hand, draw it back next to your left knee, lift yourself up, and push. Really try to rotate the entire torso underneath. Keep spinning, keep pushing. Spin a little deeper. Now try to let your left temple come all the way down to the floor as you find this deep, deep twist. Release. Come on out of this. Take downward facing dog. Walk your hands forwards, tuck the toes under, press the hips back. Bicycle pedal the feet, bending one knee deeply, bending the other, pressing the chest back towards your thighs. Let the head hang heavy. Good morning. Good. Now that same idea that we did in child's pose where you were kind of pushing the hips way off the side edge of the mat. So really try to get the hips off that side plane. I think I just lost them. So I can't see you anymore. All right. So
I meditate with one screen.
I can't see you at all. The screen is completely black, so hopefully you're still here with us. All right, if you have a blanket, we're going to drop gently down onto the knees. If you have a blanket, slide it underneath your knees. Walk your hands in, lift yourself up. Come to standing on your shins. So lift up the body, you're standing on your shins. Take the arms up and over your head. Good. Now reach, clasp your fingers, flip the palms directly up towards the ceiling. Look at it. Look at your pinky finger side and your thumb side and try to make this even. And press. Start to draw the arms back, biceps behind the ears. Keep the head in line so the chin is lifted up. Push the hips forwards and pull the arms back. Do you feel that? Okay. Try to straighten both elbows. Yes. Good. Now stay here. Keep the arms exactly engaged like this. Lean the hands over to the right side and push as if you're trying to push your hands into a wall to the side body. Good. Keep your head back in line. Good. Keep pushing the hips forwards. Come back into your center and take that all the way opposite direction and reach, push, lengthen, press the hips forwards. Come back into your center. Release your hands behind your back. Clasp your fingers. Keep the palms open. Draw the shoulders back and down as if somebody came and stepped their foot onto your hand clasp. Good. Keep pressing the hips forwards. Pull. Really try to use your own power to get through the opening through the shoulders, opening through the chest. Release the clasp of your hands. Camel, take the hands to your lower back. This is not a full camel, just a little baby camel. Hands to your lower back. Slide your sacrum down. Try not to crunch up into your lower back. Press your hips forwards. Find a back bend in the upper back. It's not the lower back. Don't let the lower back collapse down. Lift up. Lean back a little bit. Try to lift with your sternum directly up. Good. And we're not letting the head crank back. You're keeping this pulling of the chin in. And then release, downward facing dog.
You might want to keep it on. I don't.
Keep it on.
Screen should lose.
What's that?
Hit a button.
Yeah, I don't think it's working. No, stay in it. We're just going to keep going with it.
Oh, did you say that?
Thank you, Holly, for letting us know that you can see us.
Okay.
Okay, we're still on. Stay in this downward facing dog, taking movement as you like, allowing yourself to be in this pose. We'll be here for a bit. Keep sharpening the angle. Use the strength of your arms to lengthen your spine. So really make it the longest spine you can possibly make. While you're here in this downward facing dog, I want to share with you a card that I received yesterday saying that have a magical day even during these crazy times. And here's the part that I just loved. But Corona isn't the only thing that is contagious. So is peace, love, and happiness. I like the idea of focusing on the other things that are contagious and how we can all spread these beautiful things. Keep with it, deepen your breath. Be gentle, drop down to your knees, hips to heels, child's pose. We're going to move into gate pose. Walk your hands in, lift yourself up, step your right foot out to your side, keeping the right ankle, knee, hip in one straight line, making sure that the arch of the right foot is in line with your left knee. Walk your hands in, lift yourself all the way up to standing on your left shin. Good. Take the arms overhead, reach them up. Take the arms out wide like airplane. Good. Turn the body all the way towards the right. Come back through center, turn all the way towards the left. Spin, spin, spin. Good. Come back in through center, arms overhead. Inhale. Slide your right hand down your right leg. Reach with your left arm, lengthen through that left side body. So feel the action starting at the left knee, all the way up through the left quad, all the way through the left side. And now use your arm to pull that left side body even deeper. Now start to lean over that right side leg. Reach through the hand, pull the body. Keep your head back in line. Yes. Good. Come back through your center, arms out to the side. Turn to the right. Turn to the left. Center, arms overhead, second time through. See if you can go a little deeper this time. Gate pose. Press through the left knee all the way up the left side body. Now engage that left arm to pull hard. Reach over. Slide your right hand down the right shin. Reach. Try to straighten through your left elbow. Yes. Pull the head back. Good. Come back through your center. Find downward facing dog. Hands come down, right knee pulls in. Tuck the toes, press the hips back. Bicycle pedal, side to side. And drop your knees down. Left side, step your left foot out to the left side. Knee, hip alignment. Arch of the left foot in line with the right knee. Although there's a very large dog in Dane's way here. Take the arms up overhead. Good, reach through. Press the hip points forwards. Reach the arms up a little higher. Take the arms out wide like airplane. Turn to the left. Find that twist. You're trying to rotate here. And all the way to the right. Arms go up. Gate pose. Left hand slides down your left leg. Right arm, reach it up. And this does happen. You might get cramps. Reach it over. Press both hip points forwards. The left hip wants to track backwards, push it forwards. Use the right arm to lengthen the entire right side body and go a little deeper. Come back through center. Arms overhead. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Arms out wide like airplane. Turn to the left. Try to rotate more. Really spin. All the way back through. Rotate second side. Back through center. Arms overhead. Gate pose. Left arm down, right arm up, 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 and over. Reach through. Good. Find that side body. Lengthen. How does that feel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there. Feel like a gate.
Okay, good. It's like latching a gate closed. Come back up through your center. Release downward facing dog. Walk your hands out, tuck the toes, press the hips back. Good. We're going to put all of this together a little bit. Drop down to your knees. Take your right foot out where it was when we did gate pose, all the way out to the side. Send your hips to your heels in a child's pose. So this is half gate, half child's pose. Really try to get the hips all the way back to sitting on the left heel. Good. Try to lengthen the... Hold on. There we go. Try to lengthen the arms out in front of you. Good. Try to square off the body. Good. Try to take the forehead to the floor. If it's not going to the floor, maybe some books. Dane's well-read mortgage-backed securities book that's coming in quite handy these days. Good. Outside edge of your right foot, the pinky toe side of the edge. Push that down into the floor. So if its right toe is pulling up away from the floor, engage and press this right toe side down. Pinky toe all the way down to the floor. Breathe deeply here. When you push the pinky toe side down, lift up on the inner right arch, lifting up on the inside of the right shin. Press this down. So you really want to try to get this engagement. We have meridians, and there are meridians that run through this pinky toe side that not only get into this deep stretch of the leg, it's also getting into the organs. Push this down. There. Push it down.
It's down.
It's not down. I keep saying push it down, and yet it's still lifted.
All right, let's go to the next thing.
Okay. All right. Come on out. Take down dog. Down dog is your recovery. Does that feel nice?
Yeah.
Let the head be heavy. Let the head drop down. Let's take it to the other side. Drop down to the knees. Left foot out to the side. Make this a child's pose. Hips all the way down. Arms straight out in front of you. Rest your head. Now, if you want, you can take a little peek at your left pinky toe and try to push the outside edge foot down. Good. Really press it down. There we go. Feel the arch lifting. Feel the inside of your left calf lifting. What are you feeling, Dane?
I'm feeling right in here.
Good. Perfect. Try to press it down a little bit harder. Breathe deeply. Three more breaths. And start to come on out. Downward facing dog. Be gentle, drop down to your knees. Come into seated pose. Extend your legs straight out in front of you. Dandasana. You can sit on a blanket here. You can roll it over a couple times if you'd like to create a little height for yourself. Good. Pull the toes back towards your face. You can keep a little bend in your knees. Take your arms straight up. Now you're not coming all the way down here. We were exploring this yesterday when we were taking Anna's class on our Zoom. So keep your back straight and lift yourself up. Start to lean forwards, but keep the biceps in line with your ears. Good. So leaning forwards, let this be a sharp angle of the entire body from the fingertips through the lower back, the lower hips. Good. Keep the lift in the chest. Think a little bit upward facing dog chest. As you lengthen forwards, find a sharper angle. Think lightning bolt to this arms to leg relationship. Good. Lean with your chest forwards. Good. Release your hands down to the floor. Good. You can have a little bend in your knees. We're going to take a forward fold. If you'd like a strap, you can wrap the strap around your feet. Get that all the way off. Choke up on the strap. Walk your hands down as much as you can towards your feet. Now again, keep the torso straight and strong. So you're not going to have a backward facing dog chest. Really pull yourself up. Good. Now keep that angle of the torso. Draw yourself forwards. You can keep your knees bent here. The chest is coming closer towards your thighs. So keep the chest lifted. Pull the shoulders back. Now pull yourself forwards without losing the angle of the torso, the body. Good. Pull forwards. Now that you're here, keep the torso stabilized. Don't move your upper body at all. Scoot your heels an inch or two forwards. Good. Choke up on the strap again. Lift up the chest. Sharpen the angle of the spine. Pull the shoulders back and down. Pull the shoulders way far back. Now lengthen forwards a little bit more. Isolate, keep the angle of the upper body. Scoot your heels forwards. Yeah, how does that feel?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Breathe deeply here. Okay, one more time. This is a journey. Dane loves to say that the journey is the reward. Walk your hands forwards. Lean forwards, pull the shoulders back. Pull the body forwards with the chest staying lifted. Scooch the heels forwards. You can release the strap here. Don't worry about keeping the sharp spine and your chest opened anymore. Just forward fold. You can round your back here. Roll yourself up. Take your right foot on the inside of your left inner thigh. Take your books or your blocks, one on either side of your left calf, left shin. Turn the body so that the heart, the chest is facing over your left knee. Slide your hands forwards on those blocks or books, lengthening here. Think about your right hip. Squeeze your right glute. Squeezing the right glute to allow the hip to open, the knee will start to drop. So that right knee is going to start to drop the more you can squeeze your right hip. So you're not just hanging out here. There's engagement. You're squeezing. Keep your left toes, take a peek at them, left toe straight up to the ceiling, pinky toe pulling back even where the big toe is. Keep squeezing your right glute, keep lengthening forwards. Every few exhale breaths, go down a little deeper, taking the forehead to the shin. Maybe tomorrow. Pull the toes back towards your face. Push through your left heel. Try to scoot your left heel forwards. Don't forget about the right glute. Squeeze it hard. And release. Come on up. Take both soles of your feet together. Butterfly the knees open. Good. Clasp your fingers around the toes. Lift up the spine. Sit up as straight and tall as you can. Pull your knees all the way up to touch the triceps. Squeeze your glutes now and push the knees all the way towards the floor. Good. Watch your posture. Sit up straight. Pull the knees up. Squeeze the glutes, pull and push them down, 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 trying to get them farther down every time. It's a lift and a pulling down, lifting up. Squeeze your glutes, push them down. Okay, take 10 more on your timing here. So you're going to pull it all the way up. Every time you go through, you're trying to deepen and deepen and deepen. You feeling it? Mm-hmm. Watch your posture. Trying to make this smooth, where it's smoothly coming up and down. So if you think about that butterfly as it's floating over the meadow without losing a beat. Is that 10?
Yeah.
Dane magically finished his 10. All right. Janu Sushasana. Left sole of the foot inside the right leg. Take your blocks on either side of the right calf. Turn the body to face right, heart over the right knee. Hands on your blocks, slide forwards. Turn the body a little bit more so that you're facing directly over. Good. Now start to squeeze your left hip. Squeeze your left glute. Noticing the left knee is starting to drop towards the floor, the more you can squeeze the glute here. Every few exhale breaths, slide yourself farther forwards. Take a peek at the toes. Push through the right heel, lengthening the heel forwards. And squeeze the left glute. Yes. Do you feel it starting to relax? Good. Try to take the forehead in the direction of the shin, lower ankle. Squeeze your left glute. There. And come on back to your center, soles of the feet together. Butterfly. Hold on, clasp around the toes, sit up straight. See if you can go a little bit deeper now than you did the first time. Feeling that engagement, pushing the knees down. As you continue with this, we're doing this share challenge, and thank you for everybody who's participated this last week. We were thinking of ways that we can connect with you and support local businesses. So every time you log in, join, say hello, and share the class, your name gets entered into a drawing. And each week we want to give a gift certificate prize to the person that we've drawn from. So you're still doing your butterfly. So this week we do have a winner, and we're going to announce the winner tomorrow during Melissa's 4:30 class. So make sure that you tune in. Take the class. It might be you. Good. All right. Come back in through your center. Cross your right foot in front of your left. Right shin in front of your left. Crisscross applesauce. Sukhasana. Easy seated pose. Good. Walk your hands forwards, take a seated forward fold. You can take your hands out onto your blocks or your books. So think about this as child's pose. You're getting into your lower back, getting into your hips, taking your forehead closer and closer to come to rest on the floor. The action here. Do you want another blanket? The action here is to use the strength of your arms to push your hips back behind you. So I want you to press through until you really start to feel a deep stretch through your lower back and your hips. So there's always action here. And if you're not feeling it, take a change, make a slight adjustment. Pressing through. How does that feel? So you're definitely feeling this in the lower back. And the more you can compress into that, open it up, allow some space. Walk your hands all the way over to the right side. Lift up your chest. Lie your chest down on top of your right thigh. Extend the arms forwards. Let the torso rest on top of the leg. Let the weight of your body become your assist. Now that left hip, squeeze your left hip to draw that left knee down. Walk your hands through center, all the way over towards your left body. Lie the torso down on top of your left leg. Walk the hands way out in front of you. Drop the torso down onto the thigh. Get heavy here. Breathe deeply. How does that feel? Good.
Good. Definitely feel it.
And walk your hands back into your center. The right shin is out in front of you. Extend both legs out. Allow the legs to rotate in and out, in and out. Finding that rotation of the hips. Drawing the knees towards each other, away. Toes towards each other, away. And come back in through your center. You are in center. Take your left shin on the outside of the right shin. Sukhasana, easy seated pose. Crisscross applesauce. Good. Walk your hands forwards. Think about child's pose. And take a deep forward fold. Trying to get the chest closer and closer to the floor. Allowing the forehead to touch ground. Pushing through the arms to round through your lower back. Always exploring. Maybe you squeeze your glutes here and then let them release and see if that changes any of the sensations that you have. Go a little deeper. Let the chest get heavy. Let gravity and the weight of your body assist you into this deep, deep opening. Walk your hands all the way over to your left. Lift up the torso. Lie it down on top of your left thigh. Good. Get heavy here. You're squeezing the right glute, trying to keep that right sit bone down. The right hip, right sit bone wants to pop up. Push through the arms, push it down. Turn your chest directly over your left leg. Come back through center and all the way over to your other side, right side. Lift up the chest. Lift up the torso. Lie it down on top of the right leg. Get heavier and heavier. Left hip. Push it down hard. Breathe. Melt. Notice where you're resisting. Send messages to your body to let go, to release. Come back in through your center. Lift yourself up. Take the left ankle on top of the right knee. Scooch your right foot a little bit farther more towards the left side. Good. You're trying to allow the hip point to be directly in line with the knee point. So on this right leg, look at the angle and now make it sharp and square. So right now it's at an angle. Good.
This way.
Yeah. Walk the ankle, right ankle farther forwards. Good. Take your left on top of your right thigh. Good. Try to draw that right ankle farther forwards. You're working towards getting the knee stacked over the ankle. Now, take a look at the left ankle. You want that left ankle to be on top of the right thigh so that you don't compromise that ankle by letting it come into what we think of as a sprained ankle position. If you've ever walked and kind of rolled off a curb or a rock or something, and you get that angle with the ankle, we want to relieve that by taking the ankle farther on top of the thigh. Yes, there. Good. Now walk your hands forward. Good. Maybe use your books. I like to do folders.
It's just watching too much TV.
Yes, breathe into this, lean forwards. Ask the hips to release, ask them to let go. Ask them to soften. You don't want to force anything here. We're going to work into the other side. Take your legs out in front of you, bend your knees, soles of the feet on the floor. Windshield wiper yourself side to side. Take your feet wide apart and let them go all the way over. Windshield wiper, knees drop from side to side. You can have your hands behind you. Try to get them lower and lower. Yes, yes. How does that feel? There we go. There we go. Take a few more rounds of side to sides. Losing everybody. Right, come back into your center. Left ankle towards the right sit bone underneath. Try to get the hip knee straight alignment. Try to walk the left ankle forwards. Place the right ankle way up high onto the top of that knee. Good. Watch the angle. Slide it farther, even farther forwards, or to the side. Yes, good. Protecting the ankle. Start to lean forwards a little bit. Walk your hands in front of you. Slide your left ankle farther forwards. Breathing into this hip opening. Starting to release. All right, come on out. Feet wide apart, knees bent, hands behind you, windshield wiper side to side. I was thinking Sir Galahad today. Okay. We're going to come into Sir Galahad. So if you have a wall, take a blanket, or you can roll your mat up and create an additional little padding for yourself here. If you have blocks or your books, keep them with you so that you can use these like crutches. Slide your right shin up the wall. Step your left foot forwards. Start to drop the hips forwards towards the front of your mat. Good. Make sure that the right foot is on the outside of that right hip. If you don't have the wall, it's okay. Keep your shin down on the floor and take the hips forwards, trying to sink low. But look at your alignment here. This is where I wish I could see you. Make sure that the knee can come over the ankle, but not past the toes. So you want that hinge forwards of dropping down and forwards. If the knee is going over the toes, step your left foot farther forwards and drop it back. Now take your hands on top of your left thigh. Start to pull the body away from the leg. Small movement here, tuck the pelvis under, roll the shoulders back, keep driving the left knee forwards as you start to take the shoulders back towards the wall. Tuck the pelvis under. Maybe you can feel one hip pushing into the wall. Try to even that out. Try to get both hips to the wall. And if you don't have a wall, you're pulling back. Now, if you'd like, you can take the arms up and reach them up, maybe behind the head, thumbs towards the wall behind you. Straighten through the elbows, push back. And come on down. Take a downward facing dog. How did that feel?
Great.
Press the chest back. Let the head lengthen and be long. Other side. Calm on down. Setting up. Left shin, slide it straight up the wall behind you. The knee is directly against the wall. Right foot steps forwards. Start to drop the hips forwards, imagining that your left quad is coming closer and closer towards the floor. Good. Make sure the left ankle is on the outside of your left hip. Watch the alignment. Look at your right knee. Let it come past the ankle, but not past the toes. Pressing forwards. Take your hands up on top of your thigh. Start to lift up the body. Start to pull the hips back towards the wall now. Shoulders come back. Right knee stays where it is, driving forwards. Then option to take the arms up. And I received the cue that it is time to come out of this. It's a nonverbal cue, but it's a pretty powerful message. There was some darting going on there, so that was my cue that that was enough. Okay. Let's lie down on your back, hug the knees into the chest. Maybe turn yourself here. Yeah. Hug the knees into the chest. Widen the shoulders back down onto the mat. Rock yourself side to side. How does that feel?
Mm-hmm.
If you have a strap, go ahead and make a loop in it. Make the loop so that it's about shoulders width distance apart. So either way, whether you have a strap or not, take your legs up for legs up the wall. Be away from the wall so that you have a little space here. If you'd like, take your blanket underneath your hips or walk your hands underneath, but not until you get your strap on. Legs go straight up, legs up the wall. Slide the strap over the lower shins. Now try to press and break the strap off, legs to the side. This is too wide, so I'm going to narrow it a little bit. Take them up. Try to break the strap off. If I pull on the strap, it's very taut. Taut, taut, taut. Slightly pigeon-toed here. Pull the toes down, tiny pigeon-toed. Now press through the side of the ankles. You're trying to press them through. While you're here, start to feel your sacrum expanding and broadening here. Start to feel this going all the way down through the thighs, resetting into the hips. Try to keep the legs stacked, ankles over the hips, and break it off. Don't let the strap go. Keep it where it is. But you can bend your knees here, hug the knees into your chest if you'd like, but keep the strap on. Round 2. Legs go up. Straight legs. Slightly tiny pigeon-toed, perfect. Push through the outer ankles. Try to break the strap off even more than you did the first time. If you don't have the strap, make it have the same action. Your body can make that same sensation of engagement, of trying to push and open up. Even though they won't go anywhere, you'll feel it. Pull the toes down towards your face. Straighten the legs. Bend your knees. Third time, final time, level 3. Try to feel heaviness in your hips. Feel that widening across your lower back. This is a slight internal rotation of the thighs. Push the strap off. Broaden across your lower back. Make that the goal of pushing into this. Can you feel that? Release. You can take the strap off. Hug your knees into your chest. Take your arms out wide in airplane. Drop the knees all the way to the right. Feel the lengthening through the left side body. Come all the way back through center. Drop the knees to the left. All the way. Take it one more time, each side through, right. And left. Find center. If you have that blanket underneath you, go ahead and lift your hips, move it out of the way. Draw the soles of your feet together, butterfly your knees open. Feel, squeeze your glutes and release, squeeze and release. Don't let the knees lift when you squeeze. Keep them where they are, isolate. All the actions in the hips where you're squeezing and letting it go. Feeling how you can start to soften and release through the hips. Press your soles of your feet together. Push down with your heels into the mat as you lift your toes up slightly. There's a little action here trying to push the heels forwards. You'll feel the body lengthen back. You'll feel your lower back get some space. Draw your knees together. Happy baby pose, soles of the feet up to the ceiling. Grab the outside edges of the feet. Try to keep your lower back down and expanding. Draw the feet closer to your head. Now try to widen the stance. So it's a wide happy baby pose. Rocking, drop one knee down to the floor. Other knee down, side to side. coming on down, taking a Shavasana. So if you're just joining us and you didn't hear yet, tomorrow at the 4:30 class with Melissa, we are announcing this week's winner for our small business support challenge. This week's small business is the Fifth Patio Restaurant. So people who are entered into winning this are people who are taking classes, checking in, and sharing the videos. Please stay as long as you like in your Shavasana. Allow yourself to just relax, reset, have a wonderful day, and we will see you tomorrow.